Good morning, Middleboro in Review Facebook fans. All right, we are on the Facebook right now. She's still got about 5 minutes to go.
Catherine, right?
Catherine Lothrop is joining us today.
Good morning.
She's green light too.
Green light, yeah, well, we're not ready to go on this yet.
Yeah, you know.
Roughly 13,000 workers have walked off the job at manufacturing
Yeah.
in several states after a
Just
deal
don't-
was not reached by Thursday night.
Just can't cuss.
This worker is
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Won't do that. That would defeat my
That's it.
mission.
Yeah. Don't drop any bombs. That's all I gotta tell
The
you.
girls always say, you can't say those words at Joyful Scoops. That's when all the cousins get sassy.
Oh, really? You know what? I feel that, this is just my opinion. Well, you know, how I talk around my brothers and friends is one thing, right? If you're around, especially girls and women, try not to swear. It's heck, it's Don, it's gosh, you know what I mean? And they look at you like, huh? You know, I mean, if you can just, gotta be able to, you know?
Yeah, it's
I
definitely
mean,
an
this
audience.
kid has a sailor mouth, but you know, he gets,
When I'm not here, yeah.
between us, between guys,
Oh, yeah,
you know, but he's good around other people, you know what I mean?
That makes sense. That's good. It's good to have those awareness.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you kind of have to because you know, you come on uncouth.
It's important.
This is USA News.
I hear you, I hear you.
Are you or someone you love struggling with an addiction to drugs or alcohol and want to be set free from the chains of addictions?
We go through, he starts the show, he does a little weather report, and
Nice
then,
little weather report. Then we talk about the detour because
Yeah.
that came out of nowhere.
That was
which way do you go? You go right all the way around that way?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what's going on because
How long did you wait? You just
No, I literally just drove in and didn't see your truck, and I'm like, I don't know where to go, and I was just about to call you, and then you pulled in.
Oh, good.
Because I came back here, but I didn't see any, I saw one car, and I was like, uh-oh, I'm in the right place, but I looked around, I'm like, that looks like apartments, and I'm at 14, so I'm like, I was
Yeah,
gonna
no,
call,
you
but then you pulled in, I'm like, okay, I'm in the
Yeah.
right place. We had that detour,
We
threw me
were
all off.
right on time too with that detour.
Well, it was a detour, yeah, yep, threw me all around, but I didn't, it was like, it added another 7 minutes on.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh.
Did the GPS take you around it?
Yeah,
to raise the minimum wage.
Because I'm like, I didn't know, I don't know the area outside of 44.
Right.
So I didn't know, but thankfully there were some signs and there was a lot of traffic. So I'm like, alright, this must be the right way.
This is Tom and Gina's territory.
That's right.
44.
Yeah.
And
Taunton, too.
yeah,
We have the
yeah,
location.
and then they have the one in Middleboro. But what you guys have that no one else has is you have the aerobics chairs, you got the picnic tables,
The space.
you have the space, you have the.
Interaction with the animals.
There's one thing maybe you shouldn't mention too. It's just good housekeeping. Don't mention that you live next door or whatever. Just you keep the kids away. You know what I mean? I mean, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you only want to know a couple of creeps, and we're a couple of them. I mean, you can kind of still say it's a farm setting or whatnot, but don't volunteer any information. You want to stay away from that. I mean, because you know how people are.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You know, sometimes you get weirdos. I mean, I'm sure you had a couple weirdos. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm saying, you're a good-looking woman, and some guy, they didn't know how people are.
Oh, I know how they are.
Yeah?
They
get weird.
some really interesting
People get
come
weird.
through.
People get weird.
Yeah, it's good to know.
You know? So, yeah, this
Right.
is good.
In the words of Jim Morrison, people are strange.
Yeah, it's true. And you don't know you don't know who you're going to be dealing with.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Joe, we're going to call this, because we're going to try to get some other Middleboro business thing, so call it a new thing, call it a new segment on featuring Middleboro businesses.
Got it.
You know, or something like that.
Got it.
That way we can get away with plugging your thing all day.
The opinions expressed on this
Do
program
you,
are those
does
of the
this
host
play
and
all
do not
day?
express the
Like,
views of
on
live.
media.
This is live. This will be live, and then it will be
It'll be
on my Facebook,
and then it'll be on YouTube.
it'll be on YouTube too. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Let's slap it on YouTube as well. So
Just the just like this, or just
the face, this, yeah, what you see here, which will be the video and audio.
Okay.
And then we're on the air now.
I just basically have it on you. When I have a guest, I focus the camera only on the guest.
We think maybe 5,000 people listen to us.
Oh wow, that's a lot.
Well, because they really impact the elections when we did the elections, so that's the only way to go by it. So, you don't know.
Yeah.
You like that little stupid show, I don't know.
And good morning, and welcome to Middleboro Matters.
No.
Oh, Middleboro Review, right? Oh boy.
Chris is going to call you.
Yeah, I know.
You're going to get a phone call
Good,
from Chris,
good.
and he's going to say,
Expect a call
Joey, your
Chris
Sunday,
any moment
your
saying,
Sunday
this
show.
is Middleboro Review, not Middleboro. I need more coffee. That's what it is.
I got you a big
Middleboro in Review for the 17th of September 2023. Having a little bit of fun here this morning to start off, as usual here on the show. Don, good morning. How are you?
I just silenced my cell phone.
Good.
I'm not gonna be that.
That's
I'm not
a
gonna
good
be that guy.
thing. That's a good.
Shut it off and just be that guy.
That's a good thing.
Stupid ring, you know.
I think I silenced mine. I don't know. I don't remember.
Right.
Hopefully it doesn't ring.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
That's great. And we have a guest today, Kathleen Lathrobe.
No. Lothrop.
Lothrop. I'm sorry.
Lothrop.
You got it.
Again, I'm
Say
sorry.
it again. Say it 100 times over. Get it right. Lothrop.
There we go.
Yeah.
Apologize. Sometimes pronouncing names is not my strong
That's the spelling. That's the spelling. I used to live on Lothrop Ave in Milton, and that's the correct spelling. That was when I used to have to write that down. I lived at 12 Lothrop Ave in Milton when I lived in Milton. So it's Lothrop, right?
Lothrop.
Lothrop.
So
Okay.
good morning.
Good morning.
All right, we're gonna do our weather real quick, and we'll get to the first question, and let's shake it up a little bit. Dawn will get the first question today, and I'll go and do the second question, and so on and so forth. Let's shake it up a little bit.
I work for you, sir.
Yeah,
1 hour a week.
It's gonna be a little bit of a shake up today with that.
Yeah.
Questions.
That's-
Usually I go first, so.
That's a yeah, right? Okay.
Dawn's a part of this show too, so I've decided that Dawn should get the first question today instead of me. So, we'll do that in just a second. Let's check out the weather currently outside of our Taunton Federal Credit Union studios in Taunton, Massachusetts, at 14 Church Green in Taunton, Massachusetts. It is 52 degrees, which is hard to believe that it's 52 degrees right now. A high of 80 today, with a low of 52, so we're at the low right now. 69 tomorrow with a low of 56, rain in the forecast. And the next 3 days after that, beautiful weather in the mid-70s. So that's going to be a great couple of days. In Middleboro, 54 degrees, sunny skies, high of 80, low of 54, so we're at the low right now. Rain tomorrow, 69 degrees at the low of 56, and then the same exact weather for Taunton will happen Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday in Middleboro as well. Driscoll, North Dakota, 41 degrees currently, a high of 76, high of 81 tomorrow, with a low of 51 tomorrow night. Sunny skies for the first part of the week, rain coming in Driscoll, North Dakota to finish the week off. And in Driscoll, Texas, 75 degrees with a high of 96 today, Don.
Temperature's going down in Driscoll,
In
Texas.
September, but it's still pretty hot.
Yeah.
To have that kind of temperature almost 100 degrees in
It's been
September.
100 degrees for 3 months over down there.
Very much so, yes.
So I really feel bad about the people dealing with all that hot weather down in the south. This was a tough summer for them, big time.
It was.
Yeah.
It was, and
You have an announcement about
I do.
roads around
So we have a detour apparently that is going on right now near the liquor store on 44 there.
Yeah, right at 104, the junction of 104 and 44, right there. We were heading 44 west to the station here, and we had to get rerouted at 104, and we had to go around the whole King Philip loop.
Yeah.
Took us out to 138 and whatnot. So if you're coming around that way, and you need to get to Taunton Center, maybe go 495 to 138 and avoid the whole 44. It looks like they're doing utility work, power line. I know they're widening the road or whatnot. They've been working there, so maybe avoid 44 between 104 and the Green, the center of town. It's really a tough spot. Can't get around it either. They're in the middle of the road doing their thing.
So
yeah.
So right at the end of that little stretch there,
Yeah.
the malls and everything, and past the liquor store,
Right.
and is where that detour begins.
Yeah, right where the 99 restaurant is.
Right where the
there.
99 restaurant
Right in
is
the corner
as well,
there.
so.
We had to hook a right and go to King Philip Loop this morning. So you'll be doing your King Philip Loop to Raynham to get up and around. But yeah, just be cautious of that. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Let's switch gears. Dawn.
Well, you got to announce our new thing we're gonna be starting here, right?
So this is a new little segment we're gonna do. We're gonna I don't know if it's gonna be every week, but
No, as long as we can get guests to get people.
when we can get guests, we're gonna highlight Middleboro businesses. I don't know what we're gonna call it yet.
Highlight Middleboro businesses.
Pretty much. That's what
Middleboro
for
business
now.
highlight.
Middleboro business highlight. That's what we'll call it from now.
Yeah, a yellow Sharpie right across. There you go.
Until we find the catchier name.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna find a catchy name, but
I'll work on it.
Yeah.
I'll work on it. But this is the first of,
Yeah.
of many of those. So,
Okay.
Dawn,
well, introduce the.
we have Joyful Scoops here today. The owner of Joyful Scoops.
Yeah,
Dawn,
you remember
first-
remember the name, right?
Catherine Latrobe. Catherine Loeb. Latrobe.
No. Why can't you get names?
I don't.
What's the matter with you?
I don't know, Don.
Huh?
I don't know, Don.
It's Kathleen Lothrop.
Catherine
Lothrop.
Lothrop.
Lothrop. Okay, go ahead. Introduce yourself. You just butchered it. And he just totally.
It's fine. This is
Yeah, I was
totally went off
I
the
was
rails.
pronouncing it correctly prior to us going on the air.
I knew we forgot.
And
I knew
then
we
we
forgot the
forgot
name, and I just
5 minutes into it.
I just needled him. Okay.
No problem. I think you guys get the idea.
All
My
right.
name, Catherine Lothrop. Yeah, very honored to be here today and share some information on how we got started at Joyful Scoops in Middleboro. So it was 2020. If you all remember, it was in the summer. We had COVID hit right before, about 6 months prior to that summer. And it was pretty chaotic in life. Everybody you can remember was in their own place at the time, but we were in isolation, and I was homeschooling, well, actually not homeschooling, well, at the time, because we were online, but I was a teacher, and I had all 4 kids at home, and we were trying to navigate that, and I was teaching in a classroom, so I was trying to navigate through YouTube videos of, our classes and doing homework with my kids, and it was pretty crazy. So anyway, in the chaos of life, I sat down one morning and I opened my devotional, and I said, all right, I need some time with the Lord today. So I started reading something, and it was talking about leaving a legacy behind. And I started to think about that, and I'm like, all right, God, I'm like, what do you have for me? Like, if there's something that I could, for a legacy or whatever, I'm like, do you have any thoughts on that? And I had a vision of that morning of the words joy and light. They came to me, and I thought, all right, And it really hit me hard because, you know, in that moment I realized that was my job in life, and my purpose is to share his joy, love, and light in the world with whoever I came in contact with. But I said, was there more to that? And I literally felt the words that were revealed to me, ice cream. And I thought, okay, whatever that's supposed to mean, because, you know, ice cream, you know, here I am trying to get through COVID and teach my children and be a teacher, and it was a lot. But I ended up 3 years later, you know, all these crazy things happened between then and now, and this shop that we have is all for that. And that's why we have the words joy, love, and light on our building, and the name of our, you know, shop is Joyful Scoops, because our hope is that we can spread his joy, love, and light in our community and just try to touch the lives around us, because it was such a dark and like hard time. In a lot of ways, there were so many great things during COVID too that I think came out of it, but there were a lot of really hard things, and a lot of people, we were struggling and going through some hard stuff. So my whole mission in that time was to do that. And it's funny how timing works. You know, it was like Memorial Day weekend, which is, you know, a big opening weekend for businesses for ice cream. And that's when it opened up. And it was just, the timing was wild. We didn't plan it. We didn't know. We were like, maybe July. Like, we really had no idea. But just the way everything came together, it was really awesome. And here we are now, 3 years later, you know, and just really enjoying and really thankful for our community, because without them, we wouldn't be there. So, yeah, it's been a great experience for us. And hard to believe we're almost through a whole summer now, you know. It's like 4 months already, and we're almost through the season. So it's been pretty cool.
What I like about when I go there, you just see families again.
Yes.
I mean, like Catherine was saying, during the pandemic, everyone was isolated, everyone was home, no one was together, and this is really the first summer that everything's opened up, that people are getting together, and and it's just nice to see it. It's just nice to see the little kids running around, families showing up, they're all having ice cream, everyone's smiling, and it's been a long time since you've seen that, and just to witness that, it's a nice feeling. I mean, if I pull in and I get my Hot Five Sunday and I sit there in the pickup truck and eat it, you just watch life, joyful life, okay? That's what I'm going to say, joyful, right?
Yeah.
All going all around you, between all the little kids having their ice cream, or the family showing up, the, old couples, older couples who are still in love, holding their hands. It's just, I've seen all of that there, and that's when you'll see all that in a setting like a little ice cream place.
Which brings me to my next question. So when you go to Joyful Scoops, what would a person expect when it comes to their surroundings? What are they going to see at Joyful Scoops?
Yeah, so we have 3 acres. So we kind of opened up space. It's really neat the way that the building sits. It has a lot of land around it. We have a barn, and we have some animals outside. We have 2 sheep. We have Madison and Georgia. And we also have Chubbs, our big pot-belly pig. Lots of kittens, roosters and chickens, and they're kind of all running around. So it definitely has that farm setting. And our property is located in the middle of a lot of farmland, a lot of cornfields, and our amazing neighbors next door, Lowland Farm, they sell a lot of fresh produce and stuff, so it has that farm setting all around us. And there's like a lot of space for seating, a lot of great, like you're saying, Adirondack chairs and great picnic tables, and there's a lot of space. We have a pretty good sized parking lot so that we can accommodate a lot of cars. And the first weekend we opened, I have no words. It was a long line, and we actually had a lot of parking on the street, which we're not supposed to have. But we had a lot of people show up, and it was amazing, great turnout. But it has that farm feel, like that setting, that you're at a farm, and it just has that beautiful country feel. And if you come at night, there's the sunset, it's gorgeous. So it just has a really nice atmosphere, I think, an environment, and for where we are. So.
Well, that is a beautiful. I'm technically a neighbor. I live a couple doors down. So I've been on Thompson Street for 20 years now, and Joey and I, it's just such a beautiful area. It's one of the most beautiful areas in like the surrounding community area, in my opinion. 105. And this is a tidbit too. Okay, this is a while ago, 2004. Rand McNally atlases. We all know the atlases. Route 105 was the top 10 routes in the United States. So I remember this because I'm an atlas guy. I used to, you know. I don't think they make the atlas. They might now. But
yeah, Route 105 is unique. Thompson Street is unique.
Yeah, it starts at Thompson Street and, you know, goes down through the lakes, Del Lakeville, and through Rochester, and ends up in Marion. But
I always like going through the tree tunnel.
Yeah, the tree tunnel. You gotta watch it on the tree tunnel because because if it's 34 degrees on top of the tunnel, it's like 4 or 5 degrees. And I've seen so many vehicles off the road. So if you head in 105 towards Halifax and you go down that hill, the temperature drops about 4 or 5 degrees.
That's something you have to keep in mind.
Yeah.
Pretty soon.
Yeah.
Pretty soon.
Yeah, maybe a couple miles. I'll say soon. Yeah, jeez.
Well, I mean, yeah, it was cold yesterday.
You know, you do have a farm tractor outside.
Oh, yes.
And I think I did inquire. It was a 1936 farm tractor sitting out front from Plymouth, New York. So I went right on the specs on the thing. Middleboro's all about tractors.
Yes.
And I think that's an eye catcher. I think that's the smartest thing you guys could have done is put that tractor out front, because I think somebody who normally wouldn't pull in wants to take a look-see at that tractor.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool eye catcher. It's neat.
Yeah.
And out back we have a big lawn to the Connect 4 game for the kiddos.
Yeah.
Which is fun.
Right.
And I'm trying to think. We have the picnic tables and the lawn, and I guess with the tractor's one of the highlights for sure. The kids like to take pictures on it. And
the building's beautiful, and nice, beautiful wood chips. It's just the way it's set up. They have picnic tables in the front where the tractor is. They have picnic tables and Adirondack chairs in the back. You got the parking situation. So people are just hanging out. But one thing I really like on the walls is every little thing that you wrote. Now, was that all you?
So that was so funny. So after, Joyful Scoops and all that came to me, we were setting up the shop, and it had this thought. I was like, oh my goodness, Joyful Scoops. So I started researching and looking online for some ice cream cone chalkboards. And then I'm like, I'm going to put a bunch of, just different quotes and positive, like scripture, just different things that will really just make people, again, feel more joy, especially if you have a line. You can wait in the line and be reading these, different ice cream cones and then all the positive quotes on them.
Right.
So I got really excited. So for a long time, I was saving up different things I would see or things that would come to me. I said, I'm going to put that on my scoops.
Right.
So we ended up having 12 scoops, and I actually ordered 5 more, and I have some more that I want to put up soon. So
yeah, who did the writing?
I did.
You?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really. You got a steady hand there.
I
you can't mess that up. We got to paint it over if you messed up.
Yeah.
But you got the display waiting in the at the line area. You sit there and read it, and it's all different, nice, sayings and stuff. Remember a couple of them you could tell us?
Yeah. Today I choose joy. That's one of the big ones.
Yeah. I read something about something about. To get to know you, or something like that, or something. What the heck was it? To get to know you, something about you when they get to know you, or something. It was a good little thing. I always elevate back to that.
Well, Don, while you think of that, we're gonna take our commercial break.
Okay.
And we'll be right back here on Middleboro in Review.
Yeah. He didn't get to call you? Just didn't call you.
No, because I corrected myself.
You know what? He did that last time. I was laughing. I was over here belly aching. I was belly aching.
Chris, if you're listening, call in and correct me.
Yeah, yell out. Joey has 2 shows. He has Middleboro Matters on Thursday at 11 a.m. All about Middleboro, and then Middleboro in Review on the show you listen to right now. So he gets a little
so I get a little
tongue twisted over
I get confused.
But he blames it on the coffee. But
Yes, that's my excuse.
but you get a meeting
Indeed.
instead of a live, so
That's my excuse.
it's not the like yet.
it's a little bit of a thing where I get confused because there are similar named shows.
You just gotta sit down and think.
I just have to sit down and think, what day is it? It's Sunday,
You
so
better,
it's
you
this.
better think.
It's Sunday, so it's this. It's Thursday, so it's this.
But nothing's worse. You gotta get the name straight. You guess that's important.
Exactly. Yes.
We're getting along good. I mean, we've had times where you should shut my mic off. There's been times. Oh my God. All right, take your commercial break, buddy.
Okay, we will be right back after this commercial break on Middleboro in Review. I'm Joey Driscoll. Today is the 17th of September, and you're listening to WVBF 1530 AM 99.7 FM.
So I was trying to find
When you hear
a
the
sign.
bumper, then.
I love that you said the sign. So people had posted the signs. I must have them somewhere though. I was trying to find them. But I love that part of it. The signs are so fun.
Yeah, was it on your Facebook page?
Yeah, I was trying to find someone had posted. It's on Google too. Or on. Right, here's some of them. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 there, but I have 7 other ones.
On Fridays. Call them today. You will not be disappointed. 508-583-1499. Your hometown station, WVBF.
I know people have posted.
Sports is proud to present coverage of 2 key high school football games this fall. On Friday,
I get so nervous. Could you tell I was nervous?
Well, it's not, I mean, you did good. We've been doing this so long, and then when we mess up, we just laugh it off.
Oh yeah, totally.
We've had somebody from WBZ in here as a friend of mine, and she does the same thing. Just you gotta laugh it off.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, this isn't. He does the news. He does it perfect.
Wow, that's
I mean,
amazing.
sometimes.
He's good at it.
Yeah.
it's all here at your hometown radio station,
Combat Veteran Motorcycle Association is an association of combat veterans from all branches of the United States Armed Forces.
All right, this website's awesome.
As a hobby,
I mean, this.
I like it.
Yeah, it's nice.
those who have defended our country and freedoms.
You had mentioned your credit card was down, and it's back up again.
Yes.
I mean, that's good. I mean, that's pretty good. That's good.
We have
You
members
know,
from nearly all 50 states and living abroad.
that's.
Many members
definitely
continue
fall
to
off.
serve in our armed forces.
I worked for a
areas now.
security company and
or
not company, but I worked for
motorcycle-related charity
the Marriott
Mm-hmm.
back in the 90s.
Okay.
And Coast Guard, as my buddy would say.
Okay.
You know, it's just everything's perfect. That's what people want to see.
Right. Absolutely.
You know, even in ice cream.
Well, because a lot of places don't have my husband said the other day. He's like they just they want to penny and nickel you for everything. You know what I mean? They want to. So they're just putting out cheap fudge, cheap this, cheap that. And that was one thing we said. I was like, we have to have quality,
Or don't have
fudge
it. Or
and
don't have it.
cream. And yeah, exactly. I'm like ice cream. It's gotta be really good. I'm not just gonna sell any old brand. It needs to be a good brand.
So May 6th is when you launched that's your first entry.
Oh, was it? Yeah, and we opened at the end of May.
Yeah.
That was, the first one, getting ready to open.
Wow.
So I did find a few of the, I don't have all of the ice cream cones, but I do have a couple cool ones.
Maybe you could read 5 of them.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because I have 1, 2, today I choose joy, 3, 4, and I could do another one I memorized. I've got 11. Yeah, that sounds good.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. And we're back as I turn down the music. There we go. It is 7:32 a.m. this morning on Patriots game day. Hopefully,
Who are they playing today, Joey?
Hopefully this game day is better than the last game day. They are playing the Dolphins today.
Oh.
That's going to be a tough one.
What are they now, Miami?
They are in... I don't know.
No.
Hold on. I don't want to say because I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
1 second.
All right.
1 second.
You're doing a great job there, Brownie.
Miami at New England.
Okay.
They are at home today.
What about the Jets quarterback, huh? That's a shame, huh?
Yeah. That's definitely a shame. And
What was he, 15 minutes into the
I
season?
don't know.
Maybe.
That's a shame, and that's all I'm going to say about that.
Well, we're talking the Jets, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
New England Revolution, real quick. 2-1 loss yesterday, unfortunately. They had a goal late, but they did not climb out of the 2-0 hole that they put themselves in. They lost 2-1, and they lost yesterday to Colorado. In Colorado, now they are going to be taking on Chicago after this. The New England Revolution. Not on the right path after their coach, Bruce Arena, resigned this week. Anyway, that's our little sports segment.
Oh, someone took a walk, huh? Waka,
Yes,
right?
he did. I don't know the full story about it, but apparently there was something between Bruce Arena and one of the assistant coaches that happened. Something was said. We don't know what was said.
Enough to
have Bruce Arena
leave.
Number one, leave, and also be investigated for it.
Oh.
By the league.
Mm.
Yes. So I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll ever know.
No, I'm sure we'll know. But
I don't think we'll know.
no?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
really not sure if we're gonna ever know.
All right.
Maybe we'll know like
Here's the $1 million
next
question.
year.
Here's the $1 million
After
question.
the season.
Joey, here's the $1 million question.
Yes.
The guest's name. You gotta go ahead. Introduce the guest. Introduce the guest.
Okay, let's try this again. Okay, so we have Catherine the Throw.
No,
Lothrop.
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 Lo-
Lothrop. Again.
Is it Lothrop or
No,
Lothrop?
Lothrop.
No, remember
L-O-W.
Lothrop.
Again.
Lothrop.
Right, okay? Catherine Lothrop.
You're saying two different things. So
No.
you're confusing me.
We're both saying the same thing. You're out in outer space somewhere. Sorry, we're having fun with your name.
That brings joy, right? That's
Yeah.
all that
He's
matters.
laughing over there like a little
I want to mention.
schoolgirl.
I want to mention that.
What's the last name again, Joey? Lothrop.
Yes.
Lothrop.
Okay.
Okay. Good. Got it. Good.
I want to mention our programming note. We have a programming note. We have an important programming note. That next week, next Sunday, we got a new programming coming to WVBF. It's been confirmed as of this week that there will be new program. To God Be the Glory, starting at 10 to 11 next Sunday. We'll have more details.
It's a
on
live
that.
show, right?
Well, no. This one's not going to be a
Oh,
live
okay.
show.
It's going to be taped.
This one's going to be taped. This is a taped sermon every week,
Yep.
starting next week. We're going to have more information on that on Thursday.
Yep.
I don't have all the information with me. I just have the name of the program. And I have also this here. Calvary Cares Drop-In Center, which will also possibly be a new program as well here on the station. I'm not sure if that's been 100% confirmed or not. We were also talking about that as well. But that will be possibly on Mondays. I don't know if that's 100% confirmed or not, but I believe it is. So Calvary Cares Drop-In Center. is also very important, and they'll also be doing a show on the station. They have workshops that are important as well. Come learn about various facets of SUD, which is substance abuse, and gather with the community. 33 Brayley Road, East Freetown, Massachusetts, is where this workshop is. 9:30 a.m. That's when the workshops start. Refreshments and networking available. September 22nd, the MOAR 33rd celebration. October 13th, SAD and suicide prevention and holidays and SUD. And November 10th, gratitude and veterans with SUD. So that is the workshops coming up. Again, we're going to have a new show on Sundays and a new show possibly on Mondays as well for that. The Sunday show is confirmed for sure. So next week it will start. So we're going to be talking with, we're going to be having that show next week. And Mondays, Calvary Cares Drop-In Center will have a show as well.
Welcome to VBF.
Yes.
WVBF,
So,
yes.
Yes.
Okay, now back to Catherine. How you doing?
Good, thanks.
Don, you get the next question.
Okay, thank you. Now we were talking about the little ice cream, Joyful Scoop ice cream plaques you have on your wall.
Yeah.
At your ice cream shop, and you found a few of them. You want to read us a little bit and you wrote these all up. You inspired. You pretty much had everything to do with these.
Yeah, I like I said, as I was thinking about opening the shop, these things came to me, and I was like, all right, well, let's see. And I started saving quotes or just things that came to my mind that were like really important, or just things that meant something to me. So we have some different scriptures up. Again, positive quotes. So today I choose joy. I had mentioned that one. Another one is walk by faith and hope even when you cannot see. There's one up about we don't really, it doesn't really matter how much, or we don't care how much you know until we know how much you care.
That's the one.
Is that the one you're thinking?
That's the one I was like, yes, that's the one. Yes,
Right, because so many times, you feel like, oh, like I don't know, you get down a little bit, like, oh, I don't know this, I don't know this, I don't know. Sometimes you feel like maybe you're not the most educated person, and then you're like, you know what though? It doesn't matter. Like, it's not about how much you know, right? And people don't really, like, at the end of the day, what matters, I think, is how much you care and how much you love others, right? And how much you show people that. So for me, I was like, that was a really meaningful.
I thought that, like I said, I always elevate back to that one when I wait in line.
Yeah.
And that's saying a lot because, in my opinion, it's just that tells you who you are, because people who are on the level, okay, in my opinion, are the ones who care, are the ones who help out. They go out of their way for others. And
right.
Joey's that way, I'm that way. He does that with the radio station. He had a lot to do with pushing the food pantry in Middleboro.
Yeah.
We've had representatives on from the food pantry and blood drives, anything we can do to help the community. And that's you don't get to that point without having it deep down in your heart. You have to have it there first.
That's right.
And then you got to work on it, because life is work in progress.
Exactly.
In my opinion, but
And at the end of the day, I think that's what matters is people. Like we could be the smartest people in the world, but if we're not doing anything with that, to help others and love on others, it's like, what's the point of having all of that education? So I agree. I think that's so true.
No, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, I really can relate to that. And then we have one up by Joseph Campbell. It says, we must be willing to let go of the life we planned so as to have the life that is waiting for us. So I thought that was really cool too, because, sometimes we have it all figured out in our mind, but that's not always the path that we're supposed to take,
Right.
Of course, I have some scripture up. I love the fruits of the Holy Spirit, just because, for me, those have always been things that I want to live by. And the fruits of the Spirit are love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. And that comes from Galatians 5:22 through 23 in the Bible. And I just love that because those, I've always just really taken to those. Because I'm like, if I am demonstrating those or if I'm feeling those, and trust me, I'm not feeling those every day, all the time, but when I have that spirit and when I have those qualities, I just feel like, you know, I just feel like I can conquer the world, you know? It's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, but, you know, it's just, that's your template, though.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's different.
Everyone has to have a template.
Absolutely.
And at least you have that to work with.
Exactly.
Then nothing.
Yep.
So, I mean, reading, it's inspiring.
Yeah.
Reading the, you know, little ice cream, they're all like little ice cream cones, too.
Exactly.
So they're
all
like,
different.
you know, so if you,
yeah.
and also, too, you guys are getting fast.
Yeah.
You guys are getting fast. You're pushing out the customers fast. I mean, so if you see a line there, we'll move. Just put it to you that way. We'll move. So I don't let the line scare you. Pull in. And no, but I mean, you guys, obviously, you've gotten faster.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've noticed that big time, and that's key. I mean, your wrist must be dead at the end of the day, because you don't get scoop ice cream so fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no quick way. There's not like a little squeezy tube out there, you know. And you do soft serve, right?
We do. We have vanilla chocolate twist, and then the hard, but mostly we obviously sell a lot more hard ice cream.
Right.
So that's definitely.
Well, that's good to know. Some people like soft serve only.
Yeah, because we get the ice cream from a Cushnet Creamery.
Okay.
So it's like a very good ice cream.
Yeah.
And so I think people come for for the hard ice cream a lot. But of course the soft serve is really good too. It has a 10% butterfat, which qualifies it as an ice cream.
Yep.
So it has it's more, a lot of times soft serve isn't actually ice cream.
Right.
But ours is ice cream. So it's a good quality product. And the Cushnet Creamery, I mean, it doesn't get better than that. That's one of the best out there. So we're thankful to be able to serve their ice cream.
Good.
And but yeah, it can get hard on the wrist. It definitely have some issues with that. But
yeah. But it's definitely worth the wait. I mean, and that's good that you do have lines. That's something you really
it's sped up for
sure.
The first weekend, it was like we're trying to figure it out. We're like and then now we're like we have our system pretty good.
Okay, now growing up, did you ever work in ice cream?
I did. I did.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? Yeah.
Where do you work?
So I'm from Maine,
okay.
And there was a place right in the town next door called Highland Lake Grove, and they sold burgers and soft drinks, and we sold ice cream, and this was my first real job, I'd say. I mean, not real, but I was kind of babysitting and things like that, which is a real job as well, but that was my big, first job.
So you had experience.
Yeah, I mean, it was years ago.
Yeah.
And then right before, I worked at Friendly's for a little bit too.
Okay.
When I was probably in college in the summers, and then right before this job, I was working over at Sugar Hill Dairy in Bridgewater.
Okay.
I worked there for a couple months just to kind of get into the routine and just the familiarity of how to run a business.
Sugar Hill Dairy, that's up on 104, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that was really helpful too, being over there and just kind of
so you've been around
things
ice
running.
cream.
Off and on throughout my life.
Right. Well,
yeah.
Okay. Taking ice cream aside, you said you're a teacher.
Yeah.
How long have you been a teacher, and what made you get into teaching, and what kind of joyful moments you get from teaching? We gotta keep that from
Yes.
It's the whole point, right?
Yeah.
So I went to Stonehill College. I majored in early childhood and Spanish. Did a lot of, mission trips and things, and, learned a lot of Spanish. So I took so the first job I had was in Brockton, doing a 2-way Spanish-English program, first grade teacher. Did that for a little bit, and then actually moved back to Maine, had all the kiddos.
Yep.
And then decided we were feeling like Massachusetts was where we were supposed to be, came back and taught, did a lot of homeschooling. So my oldest is now 14. So I started homeschooling him in kindergarten. we did that for a while, and then they went to Samuel Fuller School in Middleboro. It's a private Christian school. They did that for like 4 years. I taught there. And then the ice cream shop was going to be opening, so I left and got going on that and homeschooled. And now we're kind of in between homeschooling right now as well. So, you know, I've done some public, private, homeschooling, so just kind of done a lot of different teaching. I had a lot of experiences, and I love it. And the cool thing I learned, too, is when I was leaving teaching, I was like, oh, like in an actual, you know, place versus homeschooling. I was like, I'm going to miss the kids and all these things, but I realized you can be a teacher anywhere. You know, it's not just in a school setting, you know. So I was excited to teach my employees, and just when you have that kind of heart for teaching, you just kind of goes with you wherever. You know? So
that's one thing. I mean, teachers are teachers. I mean, I work for an oil company, and I take everyone out. I teach everyone how to take a truck out of it.
Right.
For 20 years, the 2 employees I've had, they have to get through me first, okay? And it's just, there's just been times where I pulled in and I just had to shake my head and says, like, I just can't recommend you. You just saying, one guy was crying, you know, and I felt bad, but I just knew that if I let him out, the thing would be upside down somewhere. Yeah. You know, so he just doesn't have it. You just don't have the. I don't know. I'm not the word I'm looking for. Just don't have the sea legs per se. All right, sea legs. I mean, to drive an oil truck or drive a big dump truck or work commercially. Because when things go bad commercially, they go bad. People die. People get injured. Property damage. You know, it's just so they can understand what you're talking about teaching. I mean, you got to be able to get through to people, and it's real important to get through to people. And I think I've helped Joey out a lot too. I mean, he's my son. He's like, you know, but he listens. He comes back. He always comes back around after he just like was, you know, kind of snubs me. You know what I mean? But that's what a son does. You know what I mean?
So we gotta take a commercial break.
Yeah.
Before that, I want to make sure I mentioned this as well. Because I forgot to mention this when I was doing the program update. Tomorrow, we will have the host of the new program that we're going to be airing on Sundays. Again, to God be the glory is the name of the show. Also, Calvary Cares Drop-In Center. Again, like I mentioned, we'll be doing a show on Mondays. And actually, that's what we're going to be talking about tomorrow with him.
Who's going to be talking? You or Jim?
I am going to be talking.
Oh, you are?
Yes, I'm going to be hosting this. Yes.
On Monday?
Tomorrow.
What time?
It's going to be right after Asking Mrs.
Oh, okay.
Which is
noontime.
Going to be the time slot of the show.
Yeah, 12 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was going to be the time slot of the new show.
Awesome.
I'm 99% sure that that show is confirmed. I know that we're going to have him on tomorrow. So I know 100% that we're going to have a new show on Sunday, 10 to 11 o'clock. To God Be the Glory is the name of the show. It's going to be 1 hour message, church sermon.
Well, you met him.
Yes, I met him.
Was Mark here too?
Yes. Left a card with his information and name here at the studio, but I don't have it on me.
Okay, that's good.
Unfortunately, I think Paul has it.
Okay.
Because Paul is interviewing him as well.
Oh, is he? Next Saturday? Or
I believe so.
Okay.
Paul Azarovich will be interviewing him next Saturday. But I'll be interviewing him as well, and we'll be talking with him. So you'll know a lot more about him tomorrow. Of course, I'll mention it on Thursday as well, talk about that. But we gotta take a commercial break because we're late on the second commercial break.
All right, big.
All right, so let's do that now. And then I gotta do my stay in history real quick, and then we'll finish up with our guest today. We'll be right back here on Middleboro in Review.
That was perfect timing. And we're going to a commercial break. John's like, suicide?
I just, I had to tie
We're
up
like
the loose
a
ends.
comedy team sometimes.
I had to tie up that loose ends with the programming.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, but that's all
Which
right.
is
I
funny.
hate that I don't have all the information. I hate that I don't have it. I hate that I don't have his
you'll-
name.
You'll figure it out.
Because I wanted to get his name.
It's a good
He
thing
didn't introduce you. He didn't say hey.
Yes, but
But our guest gave you your name.
yes,
You
I
just don't
didn't
butcher
write it.
that.
I didn't write it
15
down.
times.
Number one, I didn't.
Sorry
write it.
about that.
I gave me a card. He gave me a card that I don't have,
Good for you.
and 'cause I can't find it.
You're doing a good job, Brian. You're doing a great
I
job,
lost it
Brian.
somewhere. I don't know where I put it. I put it in a certain spot,
All right,
and now
all
I
right,
can't find
all
it.
right, quit crying and just play the commercial, all right? Stop
I
it.
forget my head.
Stop
It's
it.
not
Yeah,
screwed on.
yeah.
It's
good.
all good. No one.
Oh, I gotta mention football too.
Yeah.
Just football's his friend.
That's good. You have a good way of tying in the questions because I'm thinking like what to talk about. I'm like, oh, but you did good asking all those things.
Well, yeah, I mean, I got a couple more.
You know what? The only thing we didn't mention.
Well, yeah,
was just-
5 minutes after you get everything done.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
So what we're gonna do real quick is 2 minutes to mention the event, and then 2 minutes to mention how people can get a hold of you, how
Okay.
people can visit Choice Scoops.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty easy.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
That would be like email, phone number, Facebook.
Yeah.
That's all I have. And Google, like everything's on Google. I
Yeah.
didn't create anything on
Well-
Google. It just does it.
You gotta type in Middleboro though. But now it's in my phone, so
Yeah.
it'll pop up. But that's what I typed it. Joyful Schools Middleboro.
Yeah, it could come right up. so, but yeah, those are good questions. Like the environment, people get a good picture of it. I think just from what we talked about.
For more information, go to
Good visuals. Good. I forgot, like I always forget about the signs. Like that's so fun. That's a fun part of it, you know. All the and everyone, like you said, it's different for everyone.
Right.
Like if you don't have faith, like you find another one that is important.
Right.
And sometimes if you do, you're like, oh my god, I love this one. You know, so it's like people have always come to the window and said, I love this. So it kind of hits on different. And even no matter what you think or whatever, really, there's something for you. You know what I mean? Like just to see a positive flow. Like just to make your day a little better. Like you know what I mean? Like there's something for everything.
Right.
So it's kind of nice, but. And maybe we'll meet out with people who.
3, 2, 1, and 0.
Yeah.
And we're back here on Middleboro in Review. And today in history, real quick, I will try to blow through these. There's quite a few here, but I'll try to blow through these. 1862, American Civil War. George B. McClellan halts the northward drive of Robert E. Lee Confederate Army in a single-day battle of the Battle of Antietam, the bloodiest day in American military history. 1916, World War I, Manfred von Richthofen, the Red Baron, a flying ace of the German, I'm not going to try to pronounce that, of the German Air Force, wins his first aerial combat near Cambrai, France. 1920, the National Football League is organized as the American Professional Football Association in Canton, Ohio. 1944, World War II, Allied airborne troops parachute into the Netherlands as the market half of Operation Market Garden. Me and Don have talked about Operation Market Garden before, right, Don?
Yes.
We have.
Yes.
Yes, we have on the show. 1978, the Camp David Accords are signed by Israel and Egypt, Don.
Yes. That was Camp David Accords, 1979.
1978.
Oh, 78, really?
It says 78 here.
Okay, yeah, that was the peace treaty between Egypt and Israel.
Mhm.
Begin and Anwar Sadat.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was huge. Carter, could give Jimmy Carter a lot of credit for that because he did a really good job. He got those two countries to stop fighting.
1897, this is now birthdays. Earl Webb, American baseball player and coach. In 1931, while playing for the Red Sox, he hit a record 67 doubles, a record that still stands today. Probably not going to get beaten. That's a pretty big number. Don,
Yeah.
you'll probably look this next birthday. 1900, J. Willard Marriott.
Oh, yeah.
American businessman, founded the Marriott Corporation.
Yep.
1923, Hank Williams born on this day.
Yes. We listened to some Hank Williams this morning.
Yes. 1945, Phil Jackson, American basketball player and coach. He played 12 seasons in the NBA. He won a championship with the Knicks. He was the head coach of the Bulls. He then coached the Lakers. 11 championships.
Okay.
1948, John Ritter, American actor and producer. 1962, Baz Luhrmann, an Australian director, producer and screenwriter. The Great Gatsby, he directed that. He directed Elvis, 2 great films. He is the most commercially successful Australian director, with 4 of his films in the top 10 highest grossing films, Australian films of all time. 1961, Jim Cornette, American wrestling manager and sportscaster. 1995, Patrick Mahomes' birthday today. Happy birthday, Patrick Mahomes. I think they're playing today.
Okay.
So hopefully he gets a good birthday present with a victory.
Is that it?
And passings, 2017, Bobby Heenan, American professional wrestling fan.
Okay.
So we got a lot.
All right. 2
but I
quick
had to get
things.
those.
The Royal Guardsmen, Snoopy and the Red Baron. Okay. That song's awesome, number 1. Detour on Route 44 between 104 and Taunton Center here.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind. And we're going to give the floor to Catherine.
For the last 90 seconds
Yeah,
or
the
so.
last 2
So
minutes. What do you think?
45 seconds to talk about the event coming up at the end of the month, and then 45 seconds to tell everyone how to get in hold of you.
Okay. September 29th, we will be at the Middleboro Library with a bunch of vendors and restaurants and all kinds of different businesses from Middleboro. Check it out. It's on my Facebook page, the event, and it's I'm trying to think. There's you can get tickets, but again, if you check that out, they'll have information on there for you. We are located at 139 Thompson Street in Middleboro, and our phone number 508-947-1741. And we also have a Facebook page, Joyful Scoops, and that's how you can find us. If you have any questions or want to come check it out, we'll be there until the end of October, and then we'll do some pop-up weeks. We're trying to bring in some pastries and pies and some different things, and maybe coffee, and I don't know. We'll definitely keep you posted on the Facebook page, though.
Well, you got to get up early for coffee.
Yeah, it's going to be an early morning.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Find out if coffee works for you.
Right.
Done.
Yes. Got a minute, Joey.
We
What?
got a minute here.
What?
We want to thank Catherine.
Yeah.
Lothrop.
Just
Again.
say Lothrop. for now.
Lothrop.
And then you can work on getting a name if she comes back.
Lothrop.
You can,
There we go.
Just say it like 100 times, like
I'm gonna have
stand on
to,
a wall.
because I was saying it perfectly well.
Boy. But you know
before
what's
we were
funny?
on the air today.
He does the obituaries,
Uh-huh.
and he comes up. He can really come up with some names. So
Yeah,
he
but
must be
I'm
nervous.
not 100% accurate with
Well,
my pronunciation
I
of
lived
those names.
I lived on Lothrop Ave, and it's the same spelling as my old
Okay.
address, 16 Lothrop Ave.
It's a hard name.
It is.
And
It is.
thank you for
I pronounced some hard names for sure.
Yeah.
You've done a good job.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
thank you so
Thank you
much
for coming in
Thank you
coming
so
in
much
today.
for having
and
me.
dealing with the detour and all that stuff.
Yeah, it was wonderful. Thank you.
And good luck in the future. And yeah, it was a great. And you're welcome to come back anytime you want.
Absolutely.
Okay, thanks.
Maybe next month or something like that when you
Yeah.
go to close, and you can pretty much talk about the pop-up weekends. You probably have an idea of what's going on there, right?
So, yeah.
Yeah.
We just aren't quite sure what products.
Right.
But
right.
yeah, or when really. But yeah, we'll have more information.
Okay.
Sure.
Well,
All right, and that'll do it for today's program. I hope everyone enjoyed. We'll be back. I'll be back on the air tomorrow, of course, with the interview.
and maybe we got the Lorenzo's Beatles night.
Yeah, we're not
Next Saturday.
100. We're not 100% sure, but possibly on Thursday, Chachi LaPret, and then Sunday will be another edition of Middleboro Review. I have no clue what we'll have on the show, what we'll be talking about, but I'm sure it's going to be fun as always. So we'll be back next week with another edition of Middleboro Review. Bye bye, everybody.
So what happens if you don't get off right
2
at 8?
hours.
No.
Okay, so it's not like a huge thing.
No. We try to stay on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you go out late, it screws up the programming timing. But he can do a 3-minute news or a 5-minute news. So he'll do a 5-minute news.
Yeah.
USA News.
It's crazy how fast an hour goes, though.
Oh,
It's like, wow.
It goes way. It kind of goes way too
we
fast.
need a 2-hour show.
You need
Well, because you guys asked for that, or how does that work?
No, I mean,
I don't know.
we need more sponsors.
Not right
together.
now. We need more sponsors. Once we get more sponsors, yeah, I'm thinking about asking for a 2-hour show. But not
How
right
does all
now.
of that work?
I was in touch to talk to our owner. And
No, she wants to know how.
So I got to get the new rate. Actually, we talked about it. Me and the owner talked about it yesterday. Actually, we have a new rate, so I got to get the new prices for the new rate.
He didn't tell you the prices for when a potential customer asks you, what's the new rate, and you're like,
Well, it's $20 now.
20 more?
It's $20. That's the rate now. It was $15, but now it's going to be
Oh, it's $20 an ad?
Hold on.
So what would that be?
Bye-bye, everybody.